Here we are on Clothesline, the show where we wring them clean, string them up and put them to dry on the clothesline. Let's start with something really filmy. And nothing gets more filmy than Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, the Suraj Barjatiya film, where Prem returns from the Stone Age to find that the Barjatiyas have not moved forward from that Stone Age. A film with the most regressive concepts of Rajas, royalty, loyalty, acceptable infidelity of kings, primitive gender dynamic, grossed over 200 crores. Kya ho gaya is desh ko? That's something to be really depressed about, which is why the comic relief of Lalu Yadav is a welcome break.
भाइयों बहनों, भाइयों बहनों, भाइयों बहनों, भाइयों बहनों, 50 करोड़, 50 करोड़, 70 करोड़, 90 करोड़, कितना चाहिए? 5,000 करोड़ की ज्यादा करो, 70,000 करोड़ की ज्यादा करो, 75,000 करोड़ की ज्यादा करो। अरे मोदी जी ठीक से बोलो, नहीं तो नस फट जाएगा ये। अब विद्यार्थी परिषद का लड़का आगे बैठ के मोदी मोदी मोदी, लेकिन मैंने आकर के बारीकियों को देखा, ऐसा कोई प्रधानमंत्री देखा क्या आपने?
That guy is magic. But in case you're getting too much comic relief, let me remind you, his party got the most seats in the Bihar election, and Lalu and his Chota Sa Parivar will call some serious shots in Bihar. Yep, the same guy who got convicted for the forest scam and a family tree, that's a little family garden. Back to being depressed. And now about Prem Ratan Dhan Payo and Bihar. Only on Clothesline we give you the maza of 2-in-1.
मैं वापस आ गया. मैं वापस आ गया.
So after months of campaigning, allegations, counter-allegations, gali and name-calling like Narbakshi and anti-nationals, communal, pseudo-secular, beef-eater, peace-eater and God knows what, the Bihar election finally ended and we had a result. Here's the nation's most well-known journalist telling us this.
NDTV calls the election. BJP and allies all set to form the government in Bihar with 145 to 149 seats. Hashtag Bihar Blockbuster.
No, Barkha. What are you saying? But in all fairness, even she disagreed with her channel's call, which is not new for Barkha. Let's go to the nation's most respected psephologist and news face rolled into one.
Globally, this has been a terrible year for polls. Turkey got it wrong, Britain got it wrong, and even in the last American elections, Gallup got it totally wrong, and they're not forecasting this year. So that's our health warning. Don't take anything we say at all seriously tonight.
Darling, we never did. And not just him. Every channel got it wrong. And I'm not just talking about the internet. Even the result.
पटना की दीघा सीट से जेडीयू के राजीव रंजन पीछे चल रहे हैं. पटना की दीघा सीट से जेडीयू के राजीव रंजन पीछे हैं.
30 सीटों पर बीजेपी गठबंधन आगे हो गया. 19 सीटों पर जेडीयू गठबंधन आगे चल रहा है.
Okay, so everyone got it wrong. But only one channel congratulated themselves for getting it wrong. Who else? But time's now.
Credibility means not sitting on the fence.
I think it is very clear. Nitish would win this election quite decisively.
Credibility means staying away from white lies.
There is every possibility of a bigger victory by the Mahagathbandhan.
Credibility means not blacking out the real picture.
I think if this is the result, then Mr. Amit Shah will be very unhappy.
Credibility is for those who've earned it. Times now, the last word on elections.
Most channels showed the NDA surging ahead till as late as 10 a.m. and the BJP office was like this.
ये है तेरे करम, कभी खुशी कभी गम, ना जुदा होंगे हम, कभी खुशी कभी गम.
But soon the results started tilting in favor of the Mahagathbandhan and finally ended at 178 seats. And the BJP office mood became like this.
कभी खुशी कभी गम, ना जुदा होंगे हम.
BJP folks must be thinking, how? I mean, how? पता नहीं किसकी गाय लगी है. I mean, हाय लगी है. All opinion polls got it wrong. And the one that got it right didn't air it. As per an editorial decision, editorial, I believe that, which now they must be kicking themselves over. But to give credit where it's due, when NDTV got it so wrong, keeping journalistic standards high, Prannoy Roy of NDTV offered an apology.
This year, for example, all across the world, polls have had a very bad year. Greece, they got it wrong. United Kingdom, they got it wrong. Turkey, they've got it wrong. And in the last US presidential elections, the great Gallup poll got it wrong.
That apology has the innocence of childhood. Like when my daughter was in school and I'd ask her, what marks did you get in your test? She'd start by saying, the whole class did so badly. Almost everyone failed. From Gallup Gupta in the US to Aussie Ahuja in Australia, all failed, mama. Pammi auntie's son who shouts all the time, he though was so wrong. Yeah. But what did you get?
We showed the BJP head. That's what the data showed. The data unfortunately turned out to be incorrect. All news channels had to change their data halfway.
Well, why didn't you?
So thank you for trusting us and staying with us.
Whoa, first off, don't thank us unless you know for sure. And second, it's our job. If we don't stay with NDTV and Times Now, we'd never get an episode of Clothesline out. The greatest talent you can have to make it on television is to rationalize anything. And a few minutes later, rationalize exactly the opposite. I present to you Exhibit 1, explaining why Nitish won't do well.
I felt the improvement in the second phase was not so dramatic. There was some tapering off, some of the roads were not maintained properly. There was a tapering off, and he of course was involved in so much internal politics. I guess he took his eyes off the ball a bit.
Exhibit 2.
I think Nitish 2 was a very arrogant version of Nitish 1. The success of Nitish 1 did go to his head, and particularly I think sometimes I thought that he was going the way of Digvijay in his third term. You know, really charmed by the NGOs and activists and the media of Delhi, and seeing himself as the one person who will stop the march of BJP. And I think took his foot out of the crease.
There was more, lots more. But NDTV hasn't uploaded the best parts of their election coverage, in which their panel gave detailed reasons for Nitish's loss, and just an hour later gave detailed reasons again for Nitish's win. And then you thank us for trusting you? As if the polls weren't bizarre enough, there was also stuff like this.
नमस्कार, आप देख रहे हैं खास मुलाकात, और आज सुबह हम निकले हैं पटना के एक जिम में, और हमारे साथ हैं चिराग पासवान, जो कि कैंपेनिंग तो करते हैं लेकिन बीच में वक्त निकाल लेते हैं.
Really, Rahul Kanwar? Really? It's hard to watch this without cracking up, but I'll try.
तो इससे पहले आप बॉलीवुड में भी रहे. फिल्म की एक्टिंग आपको ज्यादा पसंद है या पॉलिटिक्स में रहना?
I think politics, absolute comfort zone, absolute comfort zone.
Oh, Chirag, absolute comfort zone, is it? So how many seats did your party win? Ooh, that's about a little less than the number of tickets your film sold, I'm hoping. If films and politics are your only two career options, Chirag, with such a record, I suggest you try a hand at a third. Conducting exit polls. That's somewhere you will continue to get your work, even if your success rate is as dismal as your politics or films. And Rahul Baba, not this Baba, the other Rahul Baba. What's with you India Today boys and gyms and workouts?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Interviewing a boxer, then this. So, for the Bajirao Mastani publicity interviews, can we expect this? For a Smriti Irani interview, we can expect this.
While you filed your affidavit before the Election Commission in 2004, you said that you'd completed your BA and you had a full degree. When it came to your 2014 affidavit, it became BA Part 1. So what's the mystery of the Smriti affidavit which never got out?
You know, Rahul, in that kitty of mine where people call me Unpad, I do have a degree from Yale as well, which I can bring out and show how Yale celebrated my leadership capacity.
Coming back to the Bihar elections, so many gems, just so many, I don't know where to begin.
आपने दिल्ली में हमें जिताकर कुर्ता तो पहना दिया, अब राज्य में जिताकर पैजामा भी पहना दीजिए.
हैं? What?
हम चाहते हैं कि आपकी सरकार चले, शर्ट की सरकार, चप्पलों की सरकार, कुर्ते पजामे की सरकार चले.
But what's with the pajama obsession? But finally, no matter who wore the kurta or the pajama, the Nara is in Lalu's hand, and that promises to be fun. It was Children's Day earlier this month. Or just another day for Rahul when he said this.
हर एक बच्चे को वहां जगह दी गई थी और वो गा रहा था. लड़कियां थी, लड़के थे, कोई अच्छा गा रहा था, थोड़ा कम अच्छा गा रहा था, मगर सबको अपनी जगह दी जा रही थी और बहुत सुंदर गीत था. और मैंने सोचा यही है कांग्रेस पार्टी.
Rahul Baba, not this Rahul Baba, the other one. Since you're so much into songs and Ghana, we have a rhyme for you.
Modi Kaka, where have you been?
To London to have tea with the Queen.
Modi Kaka, what did you do there?
Party at Wembley and a big fat desi fry.
What a rock concert that was. Modi Kaka really is a performer. Yo-Yo Honey Singh's got nothing on Modi Kaka. And in case you're wondering why we're calling Narendra Modi Kaka, it's because of Pahlaj Nihalani. That's the title bestowed on Modi, Kaka, by the chairman of the Board for Film Certification, also casually and regressively called the Censor Board. And this episode's What the Fuckwah goes to Pahlaj Nihalani for this video. This video and Mr. Nihalani deserve not just any ordinary Fuckwah, but a Hall of Fame Fuckwah for so many reasons. For one, this image is photoshopped, taken from a garden and planted in the Himalayas. And Mr. Nihalani got Modi to do a Houdini. And now, of course, we know where Modi Kaka had vanished. He was in London.
I was told that London would be cold. But not this much.
Secondly, this photograph is of an American Tomcat fighter aircraft, which India does not have. This image is of Dubai. This is the International Space Station that India has nothing to do with. That's Moscow's International Business Center. And that's NASA's Atlantis Space Shuttle. This is NASA's Discovery Space Shuttle. These solar panels are from California. At least ye to Indian news kar lete. And finally, may I ask why the national integration Hum Sab Bhai Bhai token Musalman looks like a butcher? Stereotype much? Also, why is he wearing a New York Never Sleeps t-shirt? And why is he so chikna with not a single hair anywhere on his body, including his armpits? And why is he so oversized compared to the rest? Like, what is it? Did he eat a cow? Okay. While Mr. Pahlaj Nihalani subjected Indian audiences to this music video during the interval of Prem Ratan Dhan Payo as they were recovering from the trauma Suraj Bharjatia inflicted on them, the newspapers in London were giving a rather hostile reception to Modi, saying this.
All is forgiven, Mr. Modi. High security and Cameron's praise for former persona non grata Modi. Indian PM confronted by angry protesters in Downing Street. Narendra Modi must lift the ban on my film about rape in India. Leslie Advin. India is being ruled by a Hindu Taliban. Anish Kapoor. Hold your nose and shake Modi by the hand. Philip Collins. Cameron rolls out the red carpet again. PM turns tour guide to show Indian Premier Modi around London and the Commons after they agree 9 billion worth of business deals.
Not only were most of those editorials and headlines over the top and silly if you ask me, some were totally not cool. But the coolest was our Desi Telegraph, which had this headline.
One Prime Minister watches step, the other cameras.
While much of the UK press was offensive, Indian news channels were ridiculous. Here are some moments that stood out.
लंदन के दौरे पर हैं पीएम मोदी. कैसे ब्रिटेन की मदद से मोस्ट वांटेड दाऊद को पकड़ने का तैयार होगा ब्लूप्रिंट.
दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र के सबसे बड़े नेता के सामने वहाँ के पत्रकार नैतिकता का पाठ खोलकर बैठ गए.
One of the police officers of the Metropolitan Police is Vishal Gosain and he's from Gujarat. So for you it's quite special, huh?
Very, very special. Yeah, very.
So are you hoping to maybe perhaps catch a selfie with Mr. Modi as well?
Oh, fingers crossed. Yeah, my parents will be proud.
पहले इसे जी भर कर देखिए. जी भर कर देखिए इसकी चमक. और अगर आंखें चौंधिया गई हों, तब समझ जाइए कि ये कुछ और नहीं, ये है कोहिनूर यानी कोहिनूर हीरा.
Now the horrific Paris attacks that shook the world. Much has been commented and tweeted about how dignified, measured and responsible the news coverage of the tragedy was. Granted, the Indian media goes over the top while covering similar stuff. But dear Aam Aadmis, always blaming the media.
ये मीडिया वालों को लगता है आज सारा तमाशा मीडिया वालों ने किया.
Not that Aam Aadmi, the real regular people always saying how hysterical and irresponsible the media is. How about you? Are you any better? Can you be as dignified and as responsible as the French? Do you see anyone coming behind the camera and stuffing their face in? What are you doing? आप अपना काम करो.
अरे ठीक है, पूरे कौन सा चैनल है, कहाँ से
न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री हो.
तो ठीक है, चौड़ी क्यों हो रहा है? आया बरकातात आया.
मैं बरकातात नहीं हूँ.
अरे जो भी हो आया, जो भी हो आया.
Do you see mobs gathering and abusing and shoving the journalists?
He said something that was pretty incredible, according to many of the military experts here and around the world who I've spoken to.
Like this.
All right, so people here believe that the protest last week by writers, filmmakers returning their awards.
Not to say it never happens in the West. NDTV's Nupur Tiwari faced some harassment while reporting during the World Cup. But instead of always blaming the media, just look at yourself too. How responsible are you? But enough defending of the news media. वो हमारा काम नहीं है. हमारा काम है उनकी धुलाई करना. And let's start with Sunetra. Here she is on NDTV.
We're at Hospital Service here, which is not very far, about 5 kilometers from one of the affected areas. There's not much information, and when we went in there, we tried to speak to some of the hospital authorities, but they said that they weren't giving out any information till now. There's not much official information coming in right now.
Srinivasan Jain's face is priceless. Yes, that is Sunetra Chowdhury in Paris, covering the biggest story in the world, telling us that she can't give us any figures about anything, from anyone, about anything. But see, I'm in Paris. She could have done that right here from Delhi, in front of the visual of a hospital. Terror attacks killing innocent people are always horrific, and it is at times like this, it is appropriate that people and nations from around the world express solidarity with the victims. News Laundry wants to as well, by lighting up our studio in sync with the French flag, like Mumbai did.
Madhu, this is not the French flag.
Hey, I just saw this lighting arrangement on our Chhatrapati Shivaji terminal in Mumbai.
Yeah, but it's actually Dutch.
Oh, what the fudge?
Well, this is the Dutch flag and this is the French flag.
But that was not just me or the Chhatrapati Shivaji terminal that got it wrong. It was also them. The News 7 network. Look.
They're wrong too, Madhu.
Wow. So News Laundry is making mistakes which are done by international news channels. Whoa, we're going places. And for the flag, let's just tilt our head 90 degrees and voila, je suis français. So we know crime is an important part of news. We have regular shows like Sansani by Shrivardhan Trivedi and Vardat by Shams Tahir Khan. These shows are intended to highlight crime incidents that happen in the country. Fair enough, but they're dramatized with creepy scripts and mysterious music, edgy, creepy stuff that can put even Ekta Kapoor serials to shame.
मुंबई का वो लड़का भी सेल्फी का दीवाना था. वो भी अपनी एक ऐसी सेल्फी खींचना चाहता था जिसे देखकर उसके दोस्त वाह वाह कर उठे. और इसी चक्कर में वो बन गया एक खौफनाक हादसे का शिकार.
The shows are so hilarious that it was no surprise that the anchors were called as guests on a show about, no, not journalism or crime, but on comedy nights bachao.
गौर से देखिए ये भयानक चेहरे को, सन्नाटे को सीरती सनसनी दे रही है दस्तक, दस्तक, दस्तक. Hello, mama.
Journalists on comedy nights as judges on Big Boss? ये क्या हो रहा है? News channels, if you get so ridiculous, you'll drive us out of business. And that's so unfair, because in any case, we at News Laundry are totally ad-free and no corporations or government ads or funds support us. All we have is you, the viewer. So please support us. In a democracy, the media is supposed to be the watchdog. The watchdog is supposed to be independent. But here we find some watchdogs are subservient to their masters. The master provides for your survival. For some people, it is the government, for some it's ads, and for some it's big industrialists. For News Laundry, it's you. Will you pay to keep news free? Since we are plugging ourselves, check out this book, Amar Bari Tumar Bari Nakshal Bari. It comes free with a subscription of News Laundry up till Christmas. Now subscribe, support us and get this book free as part of that noble deed. And now the section on Clothesline where we take relief in the fact that news in other corners of the world is also sometimes gross.
Hi, Caitlin. Caitlin, just stop right there. The guys are looking at Caitlin right now. She's
I'm not looking.
All right, you're
I'm
wearing
away.
leggings and a hooded sweatshirt. All right. Now, Willie,
I think that's modest, yeah.
you think that, but you said earlier you would like to see something covering.
And before we go, many in India were taking thandi aahe, seeing newly appointed Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau do the bhangra. Did you wonder why not an Indian politician? Aye dekho and cry.
यह है तेलंगाना के मल्काजगिरी के टीडीपी सांसद सी मल्ला रेड्डी.
Oh, that is Telangana MP Malla Reddy. Also, there was big news where Subramaniam Swamy revealed that Rahul Gandhi claimed British citizenship in some company papers in the UK. And obviously, when you attack the family, the Congress pokies come out to defend the family. But Mr. Shergill, you made a boo-boo.
Now specifically, every official governmental record proves that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a Indian national.
What did you say?
He was born in India.
What did you say?
What we are so pleased with is not Jaivir Shergill's faux pas, but Sambit Patra's glee. He is so thrilled. Good to see him happy because the Bihar election and the results were not a good time for the BJP spokies. We love your smile, Sambit. In closing, we also had our caption contest and this episode's winner is Tushar Kalhan. Congratulations, Tushar, and keep the submissions coming. Remember to participate in our next caption contest to get your name on the next episode of Clothesline. Well, that's a wrap for this time. If you saw any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow or oh crap, write into us or tweet to us. Subscribe to our newsletter and support our I Pay to Keep News Free campaign. We are the change. You are the change, for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected. Stay online. If you enjoyed that, click up here to support us and down here to subscribe. Be sure to check out our older episodes and the other stuff we do like Can You Take It, I Agree, panel discussions, comics and animations, and much, much more.